Well, today we're acting on information received. On the Foss-Cross video, Matt Smith commented that the railway south of there still had quite some good bits in it, some accessible bits. So we're giving it a go. The beauty being, of course, if this doesn't work out, don't blame me, blame Matt. This is the plan then. Here's Foss-Cross, Cirencester. So we're going to see what we can find on this bit in between the two. I have to say what makes me smile here is that dead straight bit of rail, because this is a Roman road. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, whether they got the plan there. There's a few access points that we can get to, so we're going to look, see what we can find. Here's our first point of access. We'll pop and have a look at that. Then there's an embankment there. That looks quite interesting. See what we can see of that, probably from the main road. And this is the point that's quite interesting, because the road and the rail cross there. I'm not quite sure how they did that, so we'll take a closer look. That's Foss-Cross in that direction, and the railway is that black hole there between the two hedges. Let's look the other way. There's a lump in the road and a hedge, and that's about it. A railway fence post, but then that. A little bit more through there. And the hedge marks the line of the railway. Not exactly off to a flyer, are we, Matt? Approaching the first point of interest then, which is the embankment across the fields to our right. Well, that's a fail. Although you can see dark colours and light colours, you can't really make out the embankment. It's kind of through there somewhere. That's a pity. Let's go on to the next. And this is the point that's quite interesting, because the road and the rail cross there. The gateway just there shows you where the railway went on the other side of the road. We'll pop and have a look. That's the alignment looking towards Foss-Cross. Back the other way, that's a bit of a mystery. Until you get here, which is to the side of the road, and you pick up the alignment again. Down there. So the big question is, how did they cross each other? To answer that, we need to look at this old vintage 1940s map. And as you can see, the road comes up here to the left of the railway and then dives underneath it. So there's a bridge. This is on the opposite side of the road, and there's a wide verge here, and probably down there what was the road surface as it prepared to turn round and go underneath the road, the railway. That angle gives you a good idea of the dip of the valley, and it shows the embankment that's been built up to carry the road across what used to be the railway. Well, there you can see the alignment of the road coming down here, and then it would have gone through there somewhere. In days of yore there was a bridge. But it no longer exists. Okay, Matt, well, we'll give you that one. That's pretty good. I was hoping for the remains of a bridge support, or a little bit of tarmac or something. I'm going to have to make do with this. An old straining post, look. Just so that we know we're on our railway. Opposite side the road and down the bank a bit, and there are two stones. One there and one up there. Kind of on an angle. I think I'm just imagining that, but well, you never know. That could be part of our mysterious bridge underneath the railway. Super. Okay, Matt, you're getting better. Back looking towards Cirencester now, and that track bed is accessible, isn't it? There's nothing to say you can't go down there, so Let's go and have a wander, see what we can see. Well, there's a couple of those for a start. Definitely old railway. And here, a sliced up telegraph pole. We'll go just a little ways along the shallow cutting. Concrete posts on the skyline, along with a few more modern field posts, fence posts. Still some old survivors here though, look. Wow. Where they came from. It's amazing. I wonder where they've been hidden all this time. Good. Oh, Carmen. I'm not going too far along here because I suspect this leads to the farmhouse. I may get a bit upset about people wandering about at will. Oh, that's a startling find, isn't it? That's either part of a mileage post or a gradient post. Mileage, I would think. Not terrific. The bolts have nearly done their bit, haven't they? On a bit of old broad gauge rail. Well, that was worth the trek on its own, to be honest. The piece we're standing in is quite wide. 2-track quite easily. And if you look up here on the horizon, is that the old water tank? Good chance, I would think. Pull off here, top up the tanks and off you go. We've now reached what would have been a farm accommodation crossing, where the farmer would have crossed the rails. A few of the old posts and things still standing. Part of the original gate. Built to last, that one. That's a serious hinge assembly. Well, the railway continues on down there, as you can see, but we won't push our luck. Although it does look walkable. We'll call it a day on this section. Our next point of access isn't too far away. This is where we are now. That is the road there. Let's pop down and take a look at it. The issue down here, of course, is finding somewhere to turn around. We'll worry about that later. Here's our railway then, coming down from Foss-Cross to this rather magnificent and I have to say newly restored bridge. Oh, there's our railway, still passable. That was looking towards Foss-Cross, and then this is on its way to Cirencester. Yeah, you're right, it's quite a lot there, isn't there? And still walkable by the looks. Stuck in the undergrowth, look, a straining post. And on it goes to Cirencester. Although the bridge has obviously been rebuilt, look, I think they've kept an original coping stone there. Looks older than the rest. Then an original and a new one. Marvellous. A few posts stuck in there. A wily old soldier. And we'll motor on now then to the next point of interest. Off to our next appointment then. A ways down the road. This is where we get to next. Referring to this old map again, you can see it's road over rail. So there was a bridge there. Nowadays it's a crossroads of sorts. That's looking up the line to where we've just come from. This is the opposite side of the road, looking down towards Cirencester. Let's go and have a poke about, see if we can find anything. There, hiding in the undergrowth, must surely be what was the bridge structure or part of it. Meanwhile, you've got these old fence posts here, look. Strainer post just before the bridge. And all that's left. On the other side of what would have been the railway and buried, look, there's a find. Blue engineering brick. Some part of the old bridge, no doubt. Wonderful. Still here. Opposite side of the road now, and poking about, and look at that, carelessly standing there, an old, what I think is a Midland Railway gate latch. I'm going for Midland Railway because it's got an M on it. Casting number, do you think? You think there's nothing left, and if you look carefully you fall over it at every turn. We're a bit sneaky, and sneaky is my middle name according to my wife. We can drive down the section of the old Midland and Southwestern Junction Railway. This, I would imagine, is as near as you're ever going to get to knowing what it felt like to go down the old railway. And that's special. Right, and you, oops, sorry about the picture quality, folks, but you know, that's what you got. Slight embankment we're on here. We better look for somewhere to turn round, I think, before much longer. One last point of access to try and find. We'll look at that now. Quite enjoyed this little run around. This is where we get to next. We've had to park a little ways down and walk in, but not too far. We'll have a walk along here, see if we can pick anything up to confirm it. And straight away, bottom of the power line post, some old railway posts. Excellent. Most complete row of old posts yet. Well guys, I reckon that's it. The bit of road there is what we were sat on earlier. Spin around and look towards Cirencester then, and you can see how the road there has been raised up to form the new bypass. If we cross the bypass and look across the fields through there, we can't see much. Find a convenient gate and have a look, and there's nothing to see. I'm afraid the railway has been completely obliterated. That's into Ciren. Oh my gosh, that road noise is something else. Well, that was good, wasn't it? That was a good tip. So I enjoyed that wander around. If you enjoyed coming with me, come with me on the next one, and please subscribe, click the notification bell, like and share. Catch you on the next one.